Hi guys, welcome back to Path of Enlightenment Tarot. For those of you who don't know me, I am Nicole, and for those of you returning, welcome back as always. So we're going to do the daily reading. Today is September 29th, Thursday, September 29th. So we're going to jump into this. Guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please do so. It's going to help you know when new videos are coming out, and it also helps to circulate the channel as well, so I greatly appreciate that. And then I am available for personal readings on a limited basis, so if you're interested in a personal reading, you can take a look at the description box below as well. There's information in the About section of the page that's going to give you what you need to do to reach out. So we're going to go ahead and jump into this reading today. Get some overall from the Sacred Geometry deck. Hope you guys have had a good week thus far. I did get Aries and Taurus out yesterday, hoping to get a few other signs out today as well for the month of October. So we'll see how that goes. It's going to be a busy day. It's always a busy day. All right. Collective messages, guys, may or may not resonate for you, so take what is yours, leave the rest behind. The collective, please. And we're just going to go with those two. All right, so we've got compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. And 17, consciousness. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. So guys, to me, yes, Spirit, I hear you. Spirit's kicking in. He's like, hey, what's up? So, you know, it's learning to come into a space of understanding where other people are coming from, I think, at this time for a lot of us, and being consciously aware of that, whether it's for ourselves, for another human being as well. When we open up the flow of the heart space, things change, you know, drastically for all of us in a positive direction. So I feel like you're all beginning to step into this space. A lot of you are really opening up to this idea as well. When we step outside of the ego and we're stepping into something that is resonating for everybody, life changes very, very much so. We are learning to see things from a different perspective. We're maybe seeing the other side. You know, compassion is also understanding and empathizing with the other side of the situation as well. And then, you know, to me, consciousness in this, when it speaks of the multidimensional aspects, is understanding that we have this 3D plane that we're existing in this physical realm, but it's not always about just that, because, you know, our spirits, our guides, our ancestors, they're coming in from other dimensions as well. I know I used to do some channeling work. I haven't done it in a long time, but it was like 5D stuff. I've done some lucid 5D dreaming. It's been very interesting. So when you step outside of what you just physically see in this plane, you're able to see things in a different way. And then that's our intuition, spirit speaking with us as well. So interesting, very interesting. All right, so let's take a look at what you guys got going on today. Otherwise, let me see how this plays into, you got 6 and 8. 6 and 8 there. You know, the underlying to those was authority, and it talks about being powerful, being direct in your authoritative position, and realizing yet how to do it from a place of respect, doing it wisely, and doing it with love. So, you know, make sure that anything that you're doing, any dialogue, anything, even like if you are in a position, and I'm going to just straight authority of the aspects of maybe work or a position or something to that effect, that, you know, saying we get more bees with honey than we do vinegar, the more you're coming across as loving, caring, understanding, empathizing, you're going to have mass production from that on a positive level, rather than by demanding, demeaning, ripping into, using crude words and things like that, even out of a moment of just frustration. trying to handle things, you know, in a state of grace rather than demanding, just in general. You know, the word demand comes through very, very significantly. Remember, you're going to get out or get back what you're putting out there. So if you're doing things in a loving space and that's how you would prefer to be spoken to, come from that space. Let's see. Oh gosh, okay. Too many Spirit. Okay. All right, guys. So first and foremost, I feel like as the cards were coming out, we've got victory, envy, and storm warning. We've got 28, which it breaks down to a 10. Excuse me, 20, which is envy, 10, storm warning, and underlying that energy is the garden and the gate, which is 30. So some very powerful numbers there. So you've got success, envy, and the storm warning. So to me, and then I'm going to show you the garden and the gate right there. To me, you've got somebody, for some of you, that I feel like they're watching you. They're watching you level up. So you may be making some changes in your life at this time. And I'm sorry if the camera is bouncing around a little bit there. Let me make a quick adjustment. There we go. That should be better. Somebody is kind of like on, I'm going to call it on the sidelines, watching this leveling up, this changing for you. And they see, you know, your victories. They see your successes. They see you moving into something from where you've been in the past. They may be coming in to try to upheaval, cause chaos, cause destruction. They, to me, this is really about the insecurities within them, that they feel like they can't get out of that dark energy, looking out to what is abundant and light. This has to do with the space of ego, where they, you know, they see you being present and aware, fulfilling to yourself. And to me, there's a lot of shadow work that this other side, this other energy needs to contend with. This to me seems to be a very direct and specific message. It doesn't see, yesterday it was all kind of messages came out in the daily. And I don't feel like this is the case today. This is a pretty specific message. But I feel like they're sitting there watching, waiting, looking, thinking about what you've been able to accomplish. And again, I said, you know, you got the second chakra there, like their desires and stuff are not being fulfilled through whatever it is that they're lacking to do or taking the initiative of. They may be fighting with you, you know, want to see whatever empire that you've created it to crumble, essentially. So not the most lovely energy there. Okay, so let's do some clarifying here. All right, so, you know, you're speaking your truth. You're speaking your truth. I feel like there's certain things that are coming out, like you're being asked to hold on. Whatever you're doing, you've got that Four of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, and the Mother of Swords. You're gaining some kind of clarity, and you've got the Six of Wands there, victory, success. And, you know, talk about victory and success, and that card right there, the same thing, right? Nine of Cups, your wish fulfillment. Again, somebody is watching you level up. Somebody is watching you step into this space where you've had to learn how to be extremely patient, but through that, you're discovering self-truth. You're discovering realizations of situations, of how these people, these places, situations, things are coming in towards you and for you. And through that Mother of Swords, you know, she can be a little cold, she can be a little detached, and sometimes we do have to be. We have to kind of step outside of our emotions, get a better grasp on things. But she's very smart. She's very cunning. She's got all of this experience that she needs to have moving forward. But she knows. She, you know, applied accordingly. No genders here, but it's how it comes out of my mouth. I apologize. But there's a lot of insight and wisdom. Like getting the bigger picture, understanding a bigger truth is behind this in order to get to this complete mastery of victory and success. But you're changing through this, and that's what I think is really awesome. Like you're gonna, you know, even though this to me is somebody watching you, this is also you in the sense of you just have to wait. There's a few more pieces to the puzzle, things that you're manifesting that are gonna come to fruition. that they're bound, it's destined, it's fated, it's coming in, but it's learning to be patient through this particular process for you. So I like the way that is, because I feel like through this truth, the infinite truth is at hand as well. Like it's going to be a long lasting truth that you stand in moving forward. So and for some of you, you may be making very significant business decisions, like pulling certain things together, and then in the same breath, you're waiting. Even though I don't have anything really based on time, Spirit is giving me the timing of the situation. Divine timing is at play. So it's like, you know exactly when you need to make certain moves, and you'll know, like there's going to be that intuitive gut feeling. So make sure you're paying attention to your intuition, because you're going to know exactly when it is you need to make these moves or make statements or whatever it might be. So moving on to envy, you got the Two of Swords, the Hierophant. I'm hearing strategizing from Spirit, Nine of Cups. Again, they want to be an authority of you. And, you know, if they're coming towards you in a sense of negative connotation with envy and hate and disgust and not understanding how it is that you've gotten to where you're at this point, it's creating this influx is what I'm going to call it. Because this Two of Swords to me is like, I'm hearing they're trying to burn you. And I don't know why it comes that way to me. This is a metaphorical burn. But very disgusted with your successes, you know, authoritative, like what gives you the right to be there? Like this very jealous energy. They're wanting that Nine of Cups, but they don't understand how you've gotten to that Nine of Cups. Temperance there as well, strength. You know, they see you standing in that, and they see, you know, and I feel like even for you, sometimes you're at a crossroads, you're waiting. And I feel like for some of them, they're waiting for you to fail. And I hate to say something like that, because that's just a shitty energy to be in for somebody else. But that really is where they're waiting for you to fail. They're waiting for you to falter. And I don't feel like you're going to. I really do not feel like you're going to at all. Like, I feel like you've got a clear head about what it is that you need to do, and you're going for it, because that energy is so very different than the other one that I've got over there. Hierophant card, Taurus. All right, storm warning, let's clarify. Put those guys back in there. Storm warning, the Eight of Pentacles, Daughter of Pentacles in reverse. They are. I think I said this when this first started to come out, that they're trying to mess with your stability. They're trying to mess with the things that you've created and worked for. Yeah, you've got that Five of Swords. And then you've got the Daughter of Swords. The difference is they're not on the same level as you. And that may sound, again, shitty. You know, you're sitting in your Ten of Pentacles energy. You're becoming more stable and more grounded. And I feel like the more that they try to deceive, lie, create drama, hustle, bullshit, all this hustling that they're doing, they're investing their energy into the wrong place at the end of the day. They're not, when I say, you know, you've got the Daughter of Swords, to me, it's the Page of Swords in this particular deck. You're sitting in that Mother of Swords energy. You've got more experience. You've been willing to do the work to understand things on a different level than they have been. They've not put in that work because, you know, they're not ready to sit with that shadow side of themselves and take accountability and responsibility for their own actions. And they're, you know, it's like they're aimed at coming at your ten of Pentacles. Like, what can I do to make this person falter? What can I do to not allow them to succeed? Understand, like, you're going to have some bumps along the way. And you're going to have more trials and more things that you're going to have to work through. But I feel like in the grand scheme of things, where you had to create foundations for yourself, you really have done that. And now it's time that it's like, you know that you've mastered certain aspects. They're coming in, and you may have little things you're going to have to deal with. Like, overall, the sense of it is much calmer than it's been. And I feel like you're in a clearer headspace to be able to deal with these things on a more emotionally stable space than you may have been before. Like, I feel as if you had so much chaos that there wasn't a clear thought, there wasn't a clear understanding of how you're going to get to, to your 10 of cups, to your victory, to your successes, to your 10 of pentacles. But now you do. So when someone like this comes in, I don't feel like you're being what's the word? You're not being knocked off your game. Put it that way. Like, I want to say I don't feel like they know who they're messing with, but also I feel like this may be a little bit of battle of ego. So if you're catching yourself in your own ego, ask yourself why you're seeing things. So don't come off snide and spiteful and hateful. Check your words. I'm hearing from Spirit, check your words. Check how you're going to say it. If you're sending a text message or something, type it out. Leave it sit there. Go back in an hour, look at it again, and go do, is this really how I want to address this situation? How is this going to portray me? Is this what I want to be portrayed like? Is this who I am in the core of my being? So I think that's very important for you to kind of stop, pause, reflect. There is that temperance card, that timing, that patience, the divine timing that's behind this, that emotional balance that you're sitting in, where, again, I don't think you maybe had that for a while. So let's see if there's any other messages from Spirit today. 2 shuffles. Yeah, you've honed in on a specific thing as well, which I think is really interesting, because like I said, you may have had so much going on around you in the past that you just weren't sure of how you were going to accomplish things, or it was just a bunch of chaos. You felt like you were lacking in a lot of ways. You're putting your time, energy, and attention now into things that are going to be better serving of you, cutting out excess options that are not good for you, willing to say no to things, creating healthy boundaries to those thoughts, people, situations, whatever it is that you were kind of dealing with in the mix of things from the past. But now you have, again, that clear understanding. For some of you, you may be seeing feathers. We've got the energies of Cancer, Scorpio, Taurus here. So yeah, movement forward. Like, you're willing to create massive endings to get to your 10 of Pentacles. So it doesn't matter. Some of you may be making some moves, like you've honed in on a specific home. You know that it's time to leave the nest, essentially. Some of you as well may be going off to schooling. I know the school year's already started overall, college and all, but some of you may be learning a new trade. And the Mother of Pentacles, I don't know why that's coming in like that for me, but it is. But you're putting an end to the things in situations that were not serving. Son of Swords, taking action. Sometimes he can come in pretty aggressively. So make sure that you're not in that kind of energy that is going to be self-defeating and self-sabotaging at the end of the day. Chariot, or the Mother of Pentacles, and the Death. You're letting a lot of stuff go. Yesterday, I forget who it was, or if it was the daily, I can't remember now, about a lot of letting go. It's been this week that I've done readings has been a lot about letting go and moving forward, and that Scorpio energy of the Death card 13. Again, transformative, very transformative. And as I said in the beginning of the reading, you get 10, 20, 30, and 10 again. Those are major numbers to have, and that 10 being that authority. Like, you're taking the authoritative position in your life where you may have lived your life for other people and, were a people pleaser and giving and doing for other people on the regular. You're taking back your power. You're taking back your control of your own circumstances. You're not giving someone else the driver's seat to run you through the mud anymore. Guys, I really like this energy. I think it's awesome, taking back, what was rightfully yours to begin with, essentially. So if you've been through some hardships and stuff, like, it's going to pay off. It's going to be fine in the long run. So let's get a couple cards of advice, and we're going to wrap this up. Restore and replenish. Yeah, this time period in the past, like, you needed to take a second and get it figured out. Shock of the new. I think some of you might be in serious awe of where you've gotten to. Maybe not sure what to do with that sometimes, because it is so new and unfamiliar to you. I do feel like for some of you too, you're coming out of hermit mode. I advised people, going into Mercury retrograde, 6 planets in retrograde, all kind of craziness going on. Take time for you. If you need to just sit at home by yourself and read a book and just, shut your phone off and tune out from the world, sometimes we need that so that we can pull ourselves back together and replenish who we are and what we need to do. For some of you, you may have somebody coming in for you as well. So that may be something interesting and new. Music may be very important at this time. To me, it's also about, listening to songs that uplift the spirit. We always listen to like sad love songs, and you listen to country music. My wife ran away, my truck got repoed, and my dog is crying, like, just that kind of thing, right? But I also feel like you're listening to things that are healing you. So you could be listening to some binaural beats and some Hertz stuff that are healing and replenishing the soul, things that are uplifting you, are going to make you feel good and put you, in a good space where you're releasing, but also enjoying the excitement of things that are coming into your life as well, and finding a space of gratitude with the things that you already have. So of course, the more gratitude we're in, the more good things we're calling into ourselves as well. So today's energy is much better than, I think it was yesterday. Was crazy for some reason. Yeah, Pandora's gift. I'm telling you, like, you're opening up all kinds of new things, new opportunities, new places, new people, the perfection of your life. For some of you, and there's that 30 underneath there again, I want to go, you're finally getting it right. Not that there's a right way or a wrong way, but you're finally getting it. Like, you're finally understanding what it is to open up to you and all the things that are significant to beautifying your life at this time. The gifts that the universe is wanted to give to you for such a long time. You had to go through some stuff to get you ready for this, because you just weren't ready. Your soul level was not ready to level up at that point, and now you're here, and when you're doing good, there's always going to be people that are naysayers or downplayers of what you're doing or how you're doing it. There will be jealousy, and that's the contrast of this life. Is, in order to understand something good, we've had to go through something bad. And for somebody that doesn't have things, maybe they don't understand how you got to where you are. But it's not yours to figure out for them. It's theirs to figure out for themselves. So don't take responsibility. You're taking responsibility for yourself, which you need to, and accountability for yourself. You're picking a beautiful new direction. Just keep going with it. I think you guys are doing amazing. So whoever this reading is for, like, keep doing you. I'm digging it. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. All right, guys. I hope you have a wonderful Thursday. I'm going to try to get those other videos out, at least a few of them today, for October. And I will, I always get sidetracked. Video resonates for you, please hit that like button. That lets me know the messages are getting to you. Subscribe if you haven't done so, and I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great day.